Now, to say I'm shocked is an understatement. Bryce James just did this crazy dunk, and I think we're starting to see this dude's genetic potential start to really show at such a young age. Now, this video was taken very recently, and Bryce does a full windmill and throws it down, and I gotta say, man, he's starting to look more like Bron every single day. Just the athleticism. A lot of people have been questioning if Bryce was really gonna get that same athleticism like Bronny did, but after he's able to do windmills like this, he might actually get the athleticism, the height, and of course he already has the innate scoring ability that I think are really going to combine to make this dude such a dangerous prospect, and he's already looking so impressive. Now remember, Bryce James could barely dunk just a few months ago, and I think that's why this is so impressive. If we see even previous clips of Bryce pretty much rim grazing on the hoop, he's able to dunk, but it wasn't super clean, and fast forward to now, this dude is windmilling. It's just crazy how fast, number one, he's getting better, his bounce is improving, probably him growing as well. A combination of these things are just going to make this dude crazy when he finally steps up to play varsity for Sierra Canyon. And who knows, there could even be a potential shot at him and Bronny playing on the same team, which is insane. Them two teaming up to play varsity basketball together would be wild, man. That duo would be crazy to see. Now, I think what's even more impressive is just his age. Remember, Bryce James is only 14 years old, and to be able to do this at 14 clearly shows that he's going to be, odds are, a top prospect in his class if you didn't already know. His scoring ability, in my eyes, is definitely unmatched compared to a lot of people in his class, and personally, I think just his natural scoring ability is a lot better than Bronny's was at this age. Now, Bronny, for sure, I would say, had a more of a guard type of build, and his athleticism was definitely better than Bryce's, but Bryce seems to be a little bit bigger, has a little bit more strength and muscle to him, and looks to be a tad bit more of a big man than Bronny was, but still his scoring ability definitely got that from Bron. I think Bronny definitely got more of the athletic ability and the playmaking IQ, because Bronny's always looking to get his other teammates involved, and that's just naturally how he plays. He's always looking for his guys, trying to make the best pass or get someone else a bucket, and they're two different types of play styles, but man, I can't wait to see how Bryce really develops further. Like I've said for a while now, I think Bryce needs to play against better competition. Him playing JV for Sierra Canyon was decent, but honestly, these guys just look like they weren't even really hoopers like that. He definitely needs to step up to be playing on that varsity level, because I think that's where he's really going to improve his game. Yes, he looks super impressive playing at the JV level, but remember, somebody like Bronny never even played JV. He went straight to varsity, and the reason being at Sierra Canyon is because he's looking to get better and play against the best, and that's what I think is really going to take Bryce's game to the next level if he starts to play against older competition. Of course, he's already started doing it in AAU, but playing for that Sierra Canyon where you're going against top competition every single game, or at least a ton of the games you play, it would only make him that much better. Seeing that he's so young right now, the time for development would just be crazy, because if you're playing against the best of the best at a young age, odds are when you get older, you're going to be that much more prepared and that much better to just go out there and do your thing on the court. I personally think the biggest difference between Bryce and Bronny is just the confidence they have in themselves. It seems like Bryce, especially playing at the level that he's playing at, just had a little bit higher belief in himself to just go out there and put the ball in the hoop. I think both of these guys are so skilled at an early age that the talent difference is not the biggest thing, but it's more about the mentality that they have when they step on the court. Bryce just doesn't even think and pretty much just wants to go and score, while Bronny probably passes the ball a little bit more. Of course, his strengths are different in the game, but honestly, I think a lot of times Bronny just didn't have that self-belief. A lot of times he could get the ball and might not even look at the hoop. Just him just not fully believing in his abilities, but Bronny definitely can do it, and I think after seeing this dunk by Bryce, I can't wait to see how he develops, because man, he is looking scary already, and man, who knows, Sierra Canyon, when he's there, a senior, by that time they might be ranked the #1 in the country, and the way he's playing, man, I love to see what they would rank him against his other classmates, because man, he's definitely going to be a top recruit, and odds are he's probably going to go to a college, so I can't wait to see where he goes. Emoni Bates is officially back and just played in 2 March Madness games, and we learned a ton from it. Now, number one, Emoni Bates hasn't played since January 27th, and that's a huge time to not be playing, because of course We want to see what is going on. Is he going to even stay with Memphis? Is he going to transfer? What is going on? Now, in his first game, he actually played on March 17th, where he dropped 3 points, but only played 3 minutes. And this is expected because once you're injured for a while, no one expects you to come and hop back on the court immediately. You're going to have to take some time to work back up to what you were before. So he's definitely going to get limited minutes. Now, his game on Saturday, he actually played 12 minutes and dropped 5 points, which is decent. But again, he's not going to be his full self, and it's definitely going to take some time for him to get back to how he was playing previously. But honestly, what's tragic is they ended up losing that most recent game to Gonzaga 82-78, and their season is officially done. And now everyone is asking the big question, is it time for Emoni to leave, or will he stay at Memphis? Now, one of the biggest points about this is if Emoni really wanted to leave Memphis, number one, he probably wouldn't play in the March Madness tournament. It just wouldn't make too much sense for Emoni to go and play for this team and then want to put his name in the transfer portal and try to leave. I think he definitely has a lot of options, but again, you don't want to run away from your problems, and just because certain things happened with this team this year doesn't mean it's the end for him in Memphis. I think Memphis could definitely provide a lot of room for growth for Emoni, and at the end of the day, I don't think it was so much all the coach's fault, Penny Hardaway's fault, for what was going on with Emoni. I think partially it's just Emoni's mentality on the court. Definitely confidence is a huge factor in the game of basketball, and basketball is very mental. I think that's why Emoni being so young, it was just tough for him to really become accustomed to the game, the college level, especially at the time being only 17 when he first got here. I think he's definitely growing a ton, and we're going to see some great games from him in the very near future if he does stay at Memphis. If he leaves, I wouldn't be mad at him though, but it's definitely going to be a new start, maybe another school that can really help him to develop not only mentally but also physically, and just develop his game for the next level. If he's able to really keep his game going, play consistently well, I see no reason why this dude can't make the NBA and get drafted when he finally is eligible, because after this season he will not be, because he's too young. So honestly, Memphis threw a lot of problems with it, especially a lot of people love to blame Penny Hardaway putting Emoni Bates at that point guard position really out of his game. But at the end of the day, the decision was already made. He already went to Memphis. He decided to go there when he was 17, and he just has to move forward and take it one step at a time, one day at a time. But honestly, I wouldn't be mad at him if he left Memphis. But they still have a pretty good squad, so as long as he can make things work there, I think he can build at Memphis pretty well. I'm gonna make a huge prediction. I believe Emoni Bates will be one of the best players in college basketball next season. The reason being is because I think he's gonna learn from this season a ton, make drastic changes, and he's going to be that guy that we saw in high school, the guy that people were comparing to LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Gatorade Player of the Year on Sports Illustrated, just breaking a ton of different things. But it shows you, just because you have clout and you're nice in high school does not mean it will transfer right away. Remember that, because a lot of these dudes are celebrities in high school, and then you see them move to the next level and they can barely hold their own. So you have to keep that in mind. Mikey Williams just made a huge decision that is shocking everyone. Click on this video because you won't want to miss what is going on with his college recruitment decision.